You see Nigerians? I hate Luna. I hate Luna. I hate Luna. In the voice of my friend Extreme, I fear Uno Fiona. Nigerians the victims. Hey, Nigerians are excavators. Not gonna cause problem right for this country. People see you. Hey, anything where Titan they don't enter. That quarrel where goes to Akpabio gets with Natasha Akpoti yesterday. You know, say you know, Senate president, Natasha na member. Say they give Natasha a new seat. Natasha no go sit down. Now it goes to Akpabio verse. Say when they escort Natasha out of the floor of the Senate. Then she's suspended before people call involved for the matter. Long story short, Nigerians don't go dig out Godswill Akpabio video. You know he was a senator before he could become governor. When he was a senator, Saraki from Kwara State was the speaker, was the Senate president. He had that same issue with his president when he was a floor member of the Senate. Let me show you this video.
An old video surfaced online showing the then Senator Godswill Akpabio flouting the Senate standing order under the Saraki-led Senate.
Good.
In the video, Akpabio insisted on speaking even while he was not permitted to speak by the then Senate President, Bukola Saraki.
The same issue.
You can go to your seat, then when you get your seat, I'll recognize you.
Serious irony. Akpabio not doing. You know who's
until I was led by the sergeant at arms that this is my seat.
I asked I asked the clerk whether he allocated that seat to you. He said he didn't.
He told me he would prefer to sit here. So I said there is no microphone there. But he said he will still prefer to sit there.
If there's been a senator that have allowed to speak without a microphone, state. That's never happened in this chamber. All we said is there's no microphone where you are. Go to a place where there's one and you can speak.
Simple.
Now you have the floor, speak and let us make progress.
All right, that was then Senator Akpabio there. He wasn't even sitting, he was standing.
He was standing.
Bukola Saraki. He was standing, no. He wasn't even on the chair. They didn't ask exactly. They didn't say walk him out. Walk him out. But let me read another comment from the Senate, and which is backing what Akpabio had flouted at that time. Upholding parliamentary order and decorum. The Senate operates under structure. The Senate's President's decision was lawful, necessary, and aligned with parliamentary norms. The assertion of unfair treatment is unfounded, as Senator Natasha's actions breached the Senate's standing orders. In parliamentary democracy, rules ensure fairness, not individual preference. I mean, look at that. You have been itching. Go ahead. let you I'm giving you the floor.
Go for it.
I don't believe in all of these rebuttals by Akpabio's people from his office, from taxpayers' money being paid to them. They are doing their job.
They're doing their
Of course.
job.
What did we see? We saw constant attempts to silence Natasha, which we will not take. And please, for Mr. Akpabio and the likes of his ilk that don't respect women in this country, please remind them that women also fought for this democracy. In case you can go and read up on the likes of Gambo Sawaba. Women also got beaten for this democracy. They fought for the nation of this country. So we must respect them. Because I've seen a constant attitude. That's why when the senator came here and was trying to defend the indefensible, he did it. In fact, it was because of public outcry. Senator Akpabio had to appeal and apologize to Natasha Akpoti the last time when he said this place is not a beer parlor,
it's not a nightclub
and things like that. He's done it many times. What's the bone of contention? Seats here. You can have a tiff as regards sitting positions and all of that. There can be reactions and counter-reactions.
Of course.
But the words uttered by Senator Akpabio by saying, we'll tell the Sergeant of Arms to take you out. Who told them to take him out when he did his? Oh, we'll suspend you. That's the high-handed nature. And that's why I wasn't surprised when the senator came in and says, our father. Who is your father?
Who is your father?
Our
Who is your
father,
papa?
what in heaven? Hallowed be thy name. Is that it? Is that what the Senate has become? First months ago, she must be given a right to speak. As she was standing on pre-existing privileges, orders, while she was saying it, just like what Akpabio too stood on. At least let her make her point.
Before you crucify her.
And the next thing since yesterday, the media office of Akpabio and its cohorts have been in overdrive, spinning all sorts of stories and bringing them out, trying as much as possible. Why are they on the offensive?
Right.
We must give her a chance to speak. He likes it or he doesn't like it. He must learn how to treat women properly.
Hey.
He likes it or he doesn't like it.
Akpabio
And
don't
we
buy
must
market.
reiterate it. I'm not saying you can't have a tiff, but the way you handle it is what will make you different here.
Yeah.
Akpabio don't buy
Please,
market.
for the sake of balance, I also want Natasha Akpoti, if she can grant us this event, to come and state her own side of
I'll tell your
the
story.
because it is only one side we've heard favoring Senator Akpabio, a senator coming to speak. Natasha, please, the floor is yours.
The floor is hers.
Come on this show, probably Abuja next week. State your own side of the story.
Right.
We
Let us hear
must
you.
speak up for women,
Yeah.
and this is ongoing. This has been on for quite a while.
What
they speak up
Enough
for
of
me?
it.
It's not the first
Abba,
time. It's not the first
Abba,
What they
Abba.
speak
Yeah,
up for
she
me?
Down with it.
Very good. She was not allowed to read from the Senate rules book at that point. I mean, I'm getting comments from people saying that at the end of the clip I played before, Akpabio apologized to Saraki. I don't know what difference that made because he actually was not sitting on his rightful seat and he was challenging, his lawmakers at the same time, all because of the sitting arrangements. I mean, Ayo.
Besides, the tone and manner in which
Yes.
Senate President Saraki handled that matter was
It's
vastly
different.
different from his.
I agree.
There was no point at any time where the sergeants of arms were called in to walk him out, or where he was told that he would, and he wasn't given an audience to speak. In fact, he had the opportunity to stand up, and this was what we're trying to drive home. Yes, you can say that, oh, she should have gone to her seat, but she also was trying to establish a point, and that was what I was saying to the deputy chief whip who came earlier today, saying that she wasn't given an opportunity to speak. And that is where there was an evidence of bias there, whether I agree with it or not. That she also talked about how she had been maligned a number of times where she would raise her hands and she wouldn't be recognized by the Senate. These are the voices of senators speaking out against what they see as discrimination, especially, and I hate to do that, play the female, this woman senator card. We often talk about bringing more women into politics, but when they make the how she got here, know how her road was blocked, the fight against the governor, Yahaya Bello, everything that happened. So this is not a woman who got there
By
easily.
chance.
And then she gets there after fighting, and then she goes through hell trying to establish herself. And people are saying that. In fact, I will see rubbish comments like, doesn't she have a husband? And what has marriage got to do with her business in the Senate? What has the fact that she's a woman got to do with her business in the Senate? So whether we like it or not, there are cultural nuances based on this, with regards to she's a woman, why she behaving like she's new? Doesn't she know how to behave? They say that nice girls don't get the corner office, and this is what Senator Natasha, unfortunately, has to prove. We've seen it in other parliaments around the world where women had to assert themselves. How many female senators' voices do we hear in this current House of the Senate? I hope that the Senate President would leave a legacy of enabling equity and fairness across board. I can almost bet that if it were someone else, he probably would have been treated with
more respect.
Yes.
And so I think voices, whether you're a woman or man, should rise up in defense. She's a woman, she's a mother, she's a daughter, it could be anyone you know to speak about this. And let me just say as well that when it comes to suspension, during Ali Ndume's case, the judge ruled that it's the people, his constituents, that voted him in.
They are
and
the
if
ones
you
that can
suspend
suspend
a sitting senator, you deprive that senatorial district from having a voice in the in a representation. Right. Because what could happen is that even though they're not suspended, they will seal her office and really intimidate her. We must push against that. Kogi Central deserves to have its voice there, and that voice in the Senate is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Whether you like it or not, she's there to stay, and we are very proud of her.
Okay, now guys, we need to understand what they cause quarrel here. Yeah, nobody is supporting Natasha for not going to her seat, or the seat that was assigned to her. No, but the thing is, she was trying to defend the reason why she didn't want to go. At that point in time, you listen to her and let her say what she wants to say. Then if we don't agree with her, we now tell her, this is your excuse, not work, go to your seat. Gospel Akpabio did not even listen to her. That's one. Secondly, what did I drive? Which way Gospel Akpabio, they say, make security carry her out and make them suspend her. Mafa, you be president. Okay, the senior president, when they call you, don't come on sitting for a year. Now, the president, you the year. Even president self, not they run the matter like that. That was quite harsh. But we I don't agree with is Rufai trying to make the matter you disrespect women, Akpabio had a problem with a fellow senator, and Akpabio went overboard We agree. But you people should stop painting a woman. In that place, everybody is equal, both men and women. If they are to get their beef, that is their issue. Unless Akpabio don't want to use the I am a man to oppress her, that is what will not come in. He wasn't using I am a man. He was talking to her based on senator to senator. As for the first instance, when Akpabio said this is not the 9th club, he had to apologize because say goof. But on this matter, let's stop painting it like you disrespect women, you disrespect women. There was a disrespect between 2 senators, and 1 person went overboard, which we all agree with. But let's stop painting it, because if they carry women matter for head, I will go carry my matter. About all of us human being, huh? After all, the people will get equal right. But it's all right. I hope Akpabio would have learned his lesson now. Because see, for this life, you don't go follow woman quarrel. For you to follow woman quarrel, come win. God and 27 angels need to stand by you. If not, you'll get problem.